أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. This is the chapter Hurfe Mad Walin. What do you mean by Hurfe Mad, and how many Hurfe Mad are there, and how many Hurfe Leen are there? And there are only 3 Mad, the points which you have to remember before beginning this chapter. Very, very, very important. You can see these letters, Mad. The whole Quran, 80% of the Quran comprises of Mad. And later on, you will be studying when you go to level 1. This is a big, you will come to know there is a complete chapter on Mad letters, and you have to study around 16 types of Mads. 16 type of Madud you are going to study. And this is the basic kind of Mad. And there are only 3 Mad letters. How many Mad letters are there? Only 3 Mad letters. What are they? Alif Sakina preceded by Fatha, Waw Sakina preceded by Dhamma, and Ya Sakina preceded by Kasra. These are the only Mad letters which you have to study, and they together comprises 80% of the Quran. The most frequent letter in the Quran is Noon and Meen. Then comes Lam. Then comes Hurf-e Mad. So therefore it is highly important to know some basic features of Alif Madhiya, Waw Madhiya and Ya Madhiya. What are the basic features of Alif Madhiya, Waw Madhiya and Ya Madhiya? The first thing we already learned before, that to pronounce Alif Madhiya, you should open your mouth. To pronounce Waw Madhiya, you have to circle your lips. To pronounce Ya Madhiya, you have to lower your lower jaw. First and foremost thing, why do I have to open my mouth? Because Alif Madhiya is always attached with Fatha. Alif Madhiya goes only with Fatha. Why do I have to circle my lips? Because Waw Madhiya always goes with the Dhamma. And why do I have to lower my lower jaw? Because Ya Madhiya goes with the Kasra. To pronounce Fatha, to pronounce Dhamma, to pronounce Kasra, you have to follow the Itmamul Harakat. What do you mean by Itmamul Harakat? The exercising of your lips. You have to follow opening of your mouth, circling of your lips, and lowering the lower jaw with Kasra. Second most important point you have to remember is the basic kind of Mad. The basic kind of Mad, that is Mad Tabai, will always be given only 2 counts. 2 counts. Not more than that. Only 2 counts. Can I make it more than 2? Yes, you can make it more than 2, but not now. Did it went? Just a second.
Miss, can you repeat the point about meme and noon, that they are most common?
Yeah, I will. Just a second. Let me take a whiteboard for you so that I can write all the points and you can note it down. Yeah. So there are 3 Mad letters. What are the 3 Mad letters? Mad letters. What are the 3 Mad letters? Alif Sakina
Alif.
preceded by Fatha, Waw Sakina preceded by Dhamma, and Ya Sakina preceded by Kasra. These are the 3 Mad letters which you have to remember. And what is very special about this Alif Madhiya, Waw Madhiya and Ya Madhiya? For Alif Madhiya, you have to open your mouth. Open your mouth. For Waw Madhiya, you have to circle your lips. And for ya madya, you have to lower your lower jaw. What is these three things called? Itmamul harkat, the exercising of the lips. Why do I have to open my mouth for alif madya? Because alif madya always goes with the fatha. Why do I have to circle my lips? Because waw madya always goes with the dhamma. And why do I have to lower my lower jaw? Because it goes always with the kasra. This thing you have to remember. Okay? Third most important thing is that you have to give them 2 counts. Why do I have to give them 2 counts? Because this is a basic kind of mad which you are studying in this level. Later on, you will study 16 different types. 16 different types originated from mad tabai. But for now, you just remember how many counts do I have to give to this mad? Only 2 counts. The third or the fourth important point. First point was this. Second point was this. Third point is the count. Fourth point you have to remember is alif madya can become heavy with the heavy letters and light with the light letters. Alif madya can become heavy with the heavy letters, and light with the light letters. What about waw madya and ya madya? Do they follow the same? Waw madya and ya madya, they don't follow the same. Only alif madya. And what are the heavy letters? What are the heavy letters? Yes.
Fa, ta, za.
Yes. Fa, swad, wad, ta,
Ta,
wa,
za,
ghain,
ghain,
and
qaf.
qaf. Do you remember? I told you in the previous classes why these letters are heavy always. Because if I have to write qa, how will I write? Qa. If I have to write swad, how will I write? Saw. If I have to swad, bod, ta, ta, wa, ghain. Okay, and qaf. If you are noticing carefully, do you see alif madya is present in the basic makeup of these letters? Qa, sad, alif is there, 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 and ghain, ghain, ya madya, ya linear is there, and qaf. Keep it separate. We will study about this later. But rest all the letters, do you find alif madya is there?
Yes.
Yes. This is the reason these letters are heavy, because they have alif madya in their basic makeup. And since because of the presence of alif madya can become heavy with the heavy letters and light with the light letters. Like let's take one light letter, ba. Can I read it like bo, bo? Can I read it? Can I make it heavy and read it like bo?
No,
No, not at all. I cannot say to, to. If you are making this ta heavy, you are literally flipping the letter to from ta to to. But what about this wa madhya and ya madhya? Can they become heavy with the heavy letters? No, they don't keep any effect on the heavy letters. Except that only alif madhya can take that effect of making anything heavy. The other reason how it is happening is, you see, when you are pronouncing al fatha, you have to open your mouth. And when you are opening your mouth, you are literally making the letter heavy. And to make any letter heavy, you have to open your mouth. And therefore, alif can take that effect. Alif madya can take that effect. Wa madya and ya madya cannot take that effect. Therefore, we can say the mad letters, when they are joined to any heavy letter, they can become heavy, and specifically alif madya will become heavy with the heavy letters and light with the light letters. Can I say vav madya and ya madya also? No. Vav madya and ya madya will not take that effect except alif madya. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Let's go to the Qaida Nuraniya now. I will stop the